Yo, what's good, guys? This is Miasin, and today we're actually going to profile the Cyber Dragon combo, the quote-unquote combo version of Cyber Dragons, featuring Needle Fiber and Union Carrier, so post Master Rule 5. And this, out of every Cyber Dragon deck list that I've tried to make it work, it was the best by far, because it is the only one that can proactively win with almost any hand. Honestly, this deck is very consistent, and also it isn't really like a control deck where you rely on Chimera Tech Mega Fleet or Fortress. So, like I just said, it's very proactive. Unlike my current version, which is a control build, which is extremely reactive. I kind of rely on my opponent doing stuff to win. But this is different. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any time, so we'll just jump straight to it. So 3 Nibiru. This card is interesting because even if this is a combo deck, you still really want to go second. And Nibiru is not only good overall, but also it's a monster on your field. So you can just out of nowhere go Nibiru and then summon a hand trap tuner and then make Needle Fiber and just kind of play from there. Because as some of you may saw, Needle Fiber alone is already your Cyber Dragon play, because it's just crazy the amount of advantage that you can get with Union Carrier. So yeah. And then 3 Destrudo. Obviously, if you watched the combo video, this card is absolutely insane. It's another card that you can send off of Foolish Burial, and it pretty much combos with any monster in the deck. It's just really, really fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about this card. I love it so much. You even want to draw it. It's not just a card that you want to have in the grave only and that's it. You want to draw it. It's really good. And then of course, the one of Cyber Dragon. You really don't want to play too many, because if you draw more than one Cyber Dragon, you're extremely late behind, and the card is not overpowered to justify running more than one. And even if yeah, sure, you can have multiple machine dupe targets, it just contributes to way more bricks, and it denaturalizes the deck and makes it so you have less space for utility cards, and you're just relying on that one trick pony, and if you get interrupted, then you just pass on nothing, and it's really bad. Machine dupe, I mentioned it countless times why the card actually sucked. And also it forces you to deck build in an incorrect way where you have to max out all the bad cards, and it's really frustrating. So yeah. Then 2 Galaxy Soldiers, since we're playing triple hers. Really good, of course. You can bring back the Infinity, even though it's a one of. You have triple Nextra and triple Hertz, so you can always grind out your opponent with the same Infinity over and over again. So yeah, fantastic. And then triple Fear, which is I want to say pretty new for this deck. So essentially, Fear is now it's kind of the better version of Cyber Dragon, because even if you draw you can draw 2 Fears, and it's already much better than drawing 2 Cyber Dragons, because unlike drawing 2 Cyber Dragons, 2 Fears is already Anaconda, and then send Overload Fusion, make Rampage, send hers and Core, get back Core, and not only do you have 6,800 damage on the field, your opponent loses 2 back row, and you have a Core for next turn. Whereas, like I said, drawing 2 Cyber Dragon is special, pass. So it's really bad. Yeah, VR is really great, and in the TCG it allows you to chain block with cores, so I like the card a lot. I think it's really good. And then for the hand traps, I don't play 3 Ash. I don't play 3 Ogre, but I do play 3 Ash, because it's good against the control decks if people still want to play them. But Ogre is not that great. The only real reason why I want to play it is because of Emergency Teleport. So E-Tele with pretty much any monster it's really good. It's pretty much like Destrudo with a monster. It gets you far. Once again, Needle Fiber, Union Carrier, then you just do all your whole stuff, and then you proceed to do the Anaconda play. So yeah, it's really good. And then, once again, 3 Core, 3 Nextra, 3 Hers. I don't want to explain that. I think it's really obvious in a deck like that. Nextra plus Destrudo is randomly really good, because you can discard it, and then Destrudo, and you have, I think it's 8,200 damage? I don't know, or 84 or something like that. I forgot. But this 2 card is a really huge OTK. It's really cool. And then the one of Jet Synchron, the target off of Needle Fiber. That's pretty much it for the monsters. And then 2 Overload Fusions. It's really good, but I wanted to play 3. It's just, I would have to cut a good card to play 3, unless I cut completely Ogre and E-Tele, but I kind of want to keep them. And also this can break, kind of, in a way, and Yeah, I think 2 is enough, especially since you can access it like anytime with Anaconda, so it's better to just play 2 and clog less often, so yeah. And Lightning Storm, I played Lightning Storm over evenly in the main, because the battle phase is really relevant in this deck since you you can OTK with 2 cards, so just going Lightning Storm and then OTK is like much better than going evenly and having to like actually make a board with negates on main phase 2, you know? And also when you evenly, your opponent keeps 1 card, so, you know, against the control decks, if you Lightning Storm and they lose like double strike, at least you don't have to worry about like the second strike and stuff like that. So Lightning Storm, I want to say in a game 1 is better in this in a deck like this, but in game 2 and 3 you'll have the option of like adding in evenly just to make sure that you have like you don't fold to like traps, you know, because otherwise it would be a problem for you, since, you know, you have all the hand traps for combo, well, especially Nibiru and Ogre, but, you know, not too much against control, so yeah. And then the consistency cards are all there. Repair Plant is fine to play in this deck because you actually play a much larger Cyber Dragon engine, so it's fine. And also you're playing the Galaxy Soldier, since it's very heavy on monsters and not on traps. So it would be incorrect, I guess, depending on like how you see it in like another trap, super trap heavy version. But in this deck it's fine, so yeah. And that's pretty much it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, I realized like while I was making this video that I kind of made a mistake. Aurora Dawn shouldn't really be there. It should kind of be Barricade Borg Blocker, because it has higher chances of coming up. And the reason for that is because sometimes you can't get the second Cyber Dragon in the grave because Union Carrier gets you the hearse from the deck to the field, and then you have to make a Link Rebo search the Cyber Dragon. But then Anaconda has to banish from field or grave, so you have to make Barricade Borg to discard the Cyber Dragon, and then you can actually proceed to Anaconda, banish 2, then, you know, Anaconda plus Barricade Borg plus Rampage is just gonna kill your opponent if you have something else. So you need Barricade Borg, or if it's not Barricade Borg, you have to play Phoenix or Cerberus, but you know, you can kind of just lose a game out of nowhere because, oh, my opponent didn't have a spell or trap or didn't have a special summon monster, whereas Barricade Borg is just safer. Like, you just OTK through empty boards, and you have other cards to like take care of like the other problem cards, so it's much better to do like that. Everything else is extremely self-explanatory. I don't want to waste any time explaining these because unless, like, apart from the one of Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, which is the only thing that I have to explain, because in Master Rule 5, Link summoning is going to see much less play. I feel like people are going to probably play like more, I don't want to say people are going to drop combo decks, but people are going to like probably just not do a lot, not commit to a lot. So technically even Nibiru can lose a lot of impact, but the Mega Fleet is definitely going to lose like a significant amount of impact. So one of is definitely fine, and then one of Fortress, that's always been like standard, and then 2 Rampage because you have 3 ways of getting to it. Then that's it. Link Cross is coming out in Eternity Code, by the way, so yeah, and we don't know when we're getting Union Carrier yet. It hasn't been confirmed in Dual Overload as the time I'm making this video, so don't try to actually like build this deck in advance. Just wait. This is just an idea, but it's not going to be extremely like 200% accurate, so yeah. And then for the side deck, just a bunch of ideas. Border is probably one of the most interesting one, because obviously if someone sees you like playing this deck, they're obviously gonna make you go first, and Border is probably like one of the best ones. And it's like searchable over time, like not turn 1 obviously, because I don't think you're gonna draw like Foolish Burial plus Repair Plant, which is the only way you can search Border. Well, I mean search Border and normal summon it, yeah, duh. But it's good over time. It's like that one insta win against Altergeist, so that's fine. I mean, if that deck actually manages to survive, which I don't think it's the case because the deck is extremely cancer. So yeah, and then DD Crow shouldn't even be there, honestly. It's just in case people play like random weird combo mid-range decks. So yeah, and then evenly, like I said, that's pretty much it. I don't really think I have anything else to add, but if you have any questions or any comments, just make sure to leave them in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer as always. And yeah, till my next video, it is Yasin signing out. Peace.